Awesome. So this is the video you guys have all been waiting for. The bulk of the information. I will warn it is kind of a doom and gloom, but I'll try not to come across that way. This is just supposed to be information. It's supposed to be something to help you understand where I'm coming from. So in the end, I will be showing and sharing what the solution is. So just hang in there, hear me out, and we'll get through this. So the first will just be kind of like an overview of what we've sort of gone over already, and then the next video will be heavy metals. So again, human beings are in fact 2/3 water. Water has memory and holds information. There is a scientist, I believe he's Japanese, and what he did was he did a flash freeze of water, and basically what he did is he had little cups of water, and then he would be like, "I hate you," and then flash freeze it, and what would happen was the water would look all like distorted and like it was boiling, or it looks toxic almost. And then he would do the same thing, but he would say, "I love you," or play the Beatles or something, and then flash freeze it, and it would have these amazing geometric, perfect, beautiful, like snowflake looking patterns, like fractals and like mandalas in the water molecule. So again, when it's crystallized, which like ice, it holds information. And so the same thing happens to our bodies whenever we're thinking, today sucks. All of a sudden, you're going to feel like crap. That's how our body works. What you think about, you bring about, and that emotion, those biochemicals are going to make you feel an emotion, and then that emotion is going to generate more thoughts. Alright? So on a molecular level, the trillions of cells in your body are actually composed of 99.9% H2O on a molecular level. You are water in the form of a human being. Everything is energy, especially thoughts and emotions. Water deserves a closer look. I think we all agree. And it is very vitally important for our consciousness that we have good water. Water is the most mysterious substance known to humanity. Some examples of this is that scientists, they don't know how water travels up trees. They don't understand a lot of things about it, really. I mean, it's really a quite beautiful thing, because we see the clouds, the rain. Water, if we pollute it, we're polluting ourselves. I'll just leave it there. Water has structure, which has a huge impact on how your cells interact with nutrients and proteins. This is new. Water has 4 phases instead of 3. Liquid, gas, solid. Can you guess the last one? The last one is energy. It's everything has electromagnetic energy, for one. And so water itself does have electromagnetic energy as well, sort of like an aura of itself. So yes, it does have energy, it does hold energy, and whenever you drink a glass of water, it gives you energy. It helps you get through the day. It lifts you up. It's delicious. Water is the most important element of health because it changes how your body and cells absorb nutrients and how they behave. For instance, again, if somebody just walks up to you and is like, "You're ugly," and then you absorb that, you're like, "Ooh," because you're allowing your cells to take in that energy. Okay? Water has the potential to make one sick. Water also has the potential to heal you. Is it the fish? Okay, this is an analogy I remember. I wrote it down. If you have a fish tank, and you fill the fish tank with water, and you put a fish in it, and that you don't clean it for years, the fish gets sick and die. Are you going to blame the fish for having a disease that was given to him by his mother, passed down through DNA? Or is it the water that he's living in? Just something to think about. So, what is in our water today? Okay, sorry. What is in our water today? All right. Fluoride, again, most toxic, most prone to cause disease, especially cancer. Fluoride is under the disguise of preventing tooth decay in the 1950s. Mind you, right when we were getting done with the World War, and Germany was doing the same thing to the Jews. Strange. Ever heard of dental fluorosis, skeletal fluorosis, systemic disorder, cancer, Down syndrome, heart disease, osteoporosis, fracture, immune disorder, low IQ, renal disorders, Alzheimer's disease, allergies, or autism? These are all possible symptoms for sick water disease. Sick water disease occurs when you are exposed to neurotoxins in your water. That's just my little word for it now. And yes, they have linked all these things to some of the chemicals that I'm getting ready to share. So I'm just going to continue. Radioactive rain, which is going to come from polluted ocean and all of the toxic waste that's now being poured into the ocean from nuclear plants. Also, if you don't believe me on the fluoride thing decaying your bones and teeth, you should YouTube, just type it in, fluoride documentary on YouTube, and they have a whole array of things you can find, not only on YouTube, but you can find real studies, if that's the kind of person you are, accredited studies from colleges similar to Harvard and things like that, where they have linked some of these things to fluoride. Okay? The human body recognizes this substance as calcium and stores this in bone, thus accumulating over time. Somehow, this chemical fluoride, it binds to your bones, to certain parts of your brain, like the pineal gland. I talked a little bit about the third part of human nature. Right in the center of your brain is the pineal gland. Other modalities will call that third eye. It's actually composed of the same things that your eye is made from. It has light receptors in it. It's very much like an eye. And it's responsible of producing serotonin, melatonin, and the sacred molecule DMT, dimethyltryptamine. I very much recommend reading a lot about DMT. It's illegal in our society. It's type 1, which is the most dangerous chemical. It's deemed very, very dangerous for humans. But really, it's responsible for allowing you to dream. So if you're somebody who isn't dreaming a lot these days, it's probably because you have a calcified pineal gland. Calcification is what's supposed to happen to your bones, not your brain. Okay? Moving on. Alright, science also finds fluoride attracted to pineal. Oh, already went over that. You can find these things with scans. If they scan your brain, it'll come up as a big old chunk of bone in your brain. And people who have Alzheimer's and things like that, they have a lot of this kind of stuff in their brain, and it makes their brain misfire because there's all this aluminum and other things that get into your brain too. And we're very much electric beings, so whenever your brain is sending these electric pulses through your brain, and all of a sudden it hits a piece of metal, it's like, it's bouncing everywhere, and your brain's just like, oh, and doesn't know what to do. Alright, hydrofluoric salic, okay, this is the chemical name for fluoride, hydrogen fluoride. hydrofluoric salicylic acid. And it is the solution of hydrogen fluoride in the water. It is highly toxic and corrosive. Okay? Next page will be heavy metals, so I'll do that in the next video. I recommend looking all this stuff up. Prove me wrong. I want you to. Okay? Peace.